Hello everyone and welcome back to a Gran Turismo time trial, and here we are, a trial mounted in reverse in that a very weird looking machine that you probably never used before. Well, we're in a Roadster Rampage. Yes, and this car loves a bit of power oversteer due to the power it's putting down. It's on sport soft tyres. It's slidey, but this is a very fun combo in my opinion. Gold estimate around the 154.8. Some people will find this very tricky. Some people will find it very easy. It's why I've not put a difficulty on, because that always causes complaints apparently. If you do enjoy this video, as always, do give it a like and do subscribe to the channel. Stay in touch with all the latest content here on YouTube. We do all sorts here, including these time trial guides. Let's jump into this one then. Let me tell you how to do it. So we're going to head towards turn number 1. The bars are bigger there for you to be able to see acceleration and braking. And as we head towards turn 1, on the left hand side, you've got a grandstand at turn 1. The very start of it, really good brake marker. You see I've just got on the brakes right now. You can see that just down at the bottom right there. And that's what we're going to do. Remember, the replay footage, like in Chase Cam here, is a bit delayed with inputs. That's why it looks like I'm not, but I am braking right here. Drop to second gear, and as you come in, go back up to third gear. The reason you do that is you want to avoid power oversteer. So as we go through this corner, I did dab the brakes a little bit to get the car rotated. On exit, you're going to have to be very careful of the wheel spinning up. Straighten up the car as best as you can, and then we're going to head up this hill. And on the left-hand side, you've got the arm code going into a grey barrier. That is literally your brake marker, but I was actually using the orange barrier and braking just before it. You may find that an easier marker to use as you go into here. So I'm in third gear. I want you to stay in third gear for this corner as well, okay? So start out far left here and then come back in for a late apex. As you come in, straighten up as quick as you can. The quicker you straighten up, the quicker you can get on full throttle. If you're turning as you hit the dip there, you will get oversteer and you will spin out. As we get up here, stay in third gear. On the left-hand side, we have a big rock there that I've highlighted. That is your brake marker for this left-hander, okay? For this corner, you are going to short shift to fourth mid-corner. Just keep that in mind. The whole point here is you're just trying to settle the car as you go through the corner. Notice the trail brake in fourth gear. As we go around, we start to accelerate. Be careful as the crest of this hill. It will power oversteer, so I lifted there a little bit. You will have seen that there. Go back and rewatch it if you missed it. But I lift off a little bit just to avoid the power oversteer. And as we come down here, on the left-hand side, you've got the blank concrete into the black one there. Literally, the first of the black advertisement boards on the concrete is your brake marker for this right-hander. Now, you can go very aggressive here and get a better sector 1, or you can just take it nice and casual. I would recommend taking it nice and casual. Look for this big rock on the inside. Probably don't go as close as I am right now, because you're more than likely going to hit the curb there, and you will invalidate your lap. But essentially, that is your acceleration marker. I'm in fourth gear as well. That's to balance the car. On exit, I will suffer a little bit of power oversteer. But what you want to do, straighten up as much as you can. Notice there, I didn't go full throttle until I was pretty much straight. And that's all to do with avoiding that power oversteer. It wants to put all the power down. You have to be very careful. To just be careful when you do that. You will notice the tire temps on the left-hand side. I am testing this at the moment with lots of different things. So don't worry about that too much. As we enter this tunnel here then, on the right hand side, so the first square, the more one in the middle, has loads of little bits on there, electrical board, etc. I normally use that, but it's too far away. So look for the slant in the tunnel, which is one back from that. And that's what I'm using here. You can see it better there on the right hand side. Okay, so the one before all the bits and bobs on the right, I use as a braking marker. I stay in fourth gear and I'm already turning in. I can't see the apex, but I'm already turning in as I go through the corner. Over towards the right hand side then, what we've got here, we've got two big rocks. The first of the big rocks is your brake marker, and you can see that right here. As I went through the tunnel, I've tried to get as far right as possible. I noticed a lot of people were staying left. You don't want that. You need to open up the corner in this car because of the power. So get as far right as possible. Let the car turn in. Let it do its thing. And once it's turned in, and once you get straight, you can then go full throttle. That's the key to this one here. On the right side there, we've got the start of the curve there. That is your brake marker for this left-hander. It's arguably a little bit early, to be honest with you. And if you can brake a little bit later, I suggest you do that, because you've got a chance of hitting the inside. But use that as your marker. So if you are braking a bit too early, just brake a little bit later, because it's all about the previous exit. As I turn into here, notice I'm getting the car rotated, and again, waiting till the car is pretty much straight before accelerating. Now, I short shift to fourth gear, and we've got a big rock on the right-hand side. As we pass that, we need to be off throttle. You can brake as well. It's better to brake, if I'm honest with you. Because as you go over the crest of the hill, if you're accelerating even remotely, the front will lift and you'll go very wide. You want to get a really nice tight line here. So notice here, I'm dabbing the brakes. I'm trying to get the car turned, let the car roll a little bit, start to accelerate. And once I start getting straight there, I will then go full throttle. As we come to this point here, on the left-hand side, you've got a tree, and you've also got the black signs there on the left. Now, literally, the tree isn't as obvious, so I was using the black markers there. But essentially, what I want to do is lift. Now, you will notice I will dab the brakes through this corner. You don't have to do that. Obviously, I was trying to get rank 1. I'm currently rank 2, I think, as I go through here. But literally, let the car roll. We accelerate a little bit and then lift before the crest of the hill over towards the left-hand side. And we accelerate a little bit and let the car roll through the final corner. Those final 3 corners are all about balance. If you go too aggressive into one, it'll mess up all 3 of them. You have to balance the car, so just be careful as you do that. I'm going to go into a pad lap now. Now, this has a ghost as well, so you can follow this if you go and look for it on the leaderboard. So as we go into turn 1 again, we're staying in 3rd gear, over towards the left-hand side and in towards the right. We're letting the car roll a little bit. Now, you're going to see a lot more power oversteer on this particular lap, because I don't use the pad as much, of course, so literally what's going to happen there is I'm not as smooth on the throttle using the analog sticks. On the left-hand side there, so I'm going to grey barrier or using the orange barrier there. As we go through here, we want to straighten up as much as we can. Notice I straighten up there to get over towards the right-hand side. Staying in 3rd gear. As we get to the big rock on the left, we brake, we turn in. We want to short shift to 4th gear, as we do right there, and then we start to accelerate. Be careful of the crest of the hill there. Notice a slight lift there on the pad as well. As we go through this left there, I got a little bit more power there, and the black advertisement on the left is where I should have braked, but I was a bit late, and you can see that right there. Does give me a better line through the corner though, so if you are struggling, you can go for that deeper, wider line to come in tight as we continue on out here and on the straight. So you can short shift this car quite a lot. Just keep that in mind. Short shifting is helpful here. You know, it can pull itself forward into the power band, and we do only have 5 gears. So looking for all the busy stuff. The one before, there it is, hard on the brakes, 4th gear. I've actually dropped to 3rd here on the pad, but I really should be in 4th. There we go. I short shift back to 4th gear there. Over towards the right side, the first big rock there. I'm trying to calm the car down there. Look at all that oversteer. That was a messy corner here on the pad. We bring it back nicely though. We're looking for that curb on the right side. Hard on the brakes as we go into the left. I am following my own ghost here as I continue on through then. Up here, before the crest of the hill, we want to hit the brakes, get it turned in nicely. Look at how smooth that is. No dramas there whatsoever. On exit, I'm looking to try and accelerate as quick as I can. Just trying to straighten up the car as well. Before the black signs here, I want to lift, turn in. I dab the brakes here on the pads, but then I accelerate, and then I'm going to lift before the crest of the hill, turn left, and then we're going to go into the right. Again, we're just balancing the car. We're not trying to be too aggressive there. Balancing the car through the corner in order to get the lap done. And that is a 153.5, I think that was. 152s are possible on the pad as well. Go into the chase cam then, and ABS is on default for those who are wondering. As we come into here, we use 2nd gear to slow the car down a little bit, but back into 3rd gear. I'm not sure whether that's actually a thing anymore, if I'm honest, but still a habit that I have there. On exit, you can hear the wheel spin there as well, but just be careful. Make sure you are straight as that wheel spin happens. It should grip up again. Left-hand side, grey barrier or orange barrier. We go onto the brakes here, and what we're looking to do is straighten up as quick as we can. Even if you're pointing off towards the circuit, you straighten up to make sure the tyres grip. Big rock on the left. We go on the brakes here. Short shift to 4th gear. Just be careful on exit here. Literally, lift off on the crest of the hill to avoid the car getting too light and the wheel spinning up. As we go through the left, we get over towards the left-hand side. The black advertisement there on the left is what I use as a brake marker. We turn in. We're very tight here, so just be careful about going that tight. And we use the big rock as the acceleration marker. Again, we can breathe at this moment in time. We can think about the next corner. So with this tunnel, not this first one, the second one, you are looking for those slants in the right side. You can see them all the way along, and you can see parts there where it's got like an electrical board or signs on. And literally, as we go into here, it's very obvious where it is. So as we come up here, there it is. One before it, we hit the brakes, 4th gear, we turn in. We are on the inside here, avoiding that curb on the right. Get over towards the right as fast as we can. First big rock there, we brake. We're letting the car roll here. Let it do its job here as we slow the car down. Straighten up, then full throttle, over towards the right side, start the curb. On the brakes, and we turn in. Just be careful about the inside there. Just have an invisible wall. Do remember that. Continue on out of here. The rock on the right. We want to dab the brakes, turn in, and hopefully it stops. We were tighter on the pad lap, to be fair. You can notice that I tried to brake a bit later, and that's the reason for that. Continuing out of here, we got the black markers there, letting the car roll through the corner. We accelerate a little bit, we can lift off again, let the car stay balanced, accelerate a little bit, lift off, turn in, and then accelerate through the corner. You can go on the grass, but if you do hit a barrier there, it will invalidate the lap and the following lap, so just be careful. That is the 152.2. Do expect 151s. My optimums are 151.8, but I expect it to go even quicker than that, which is why I gave the gold estimate into the 54s and quite low into the 54s as well, I think. Was it 54.8 I said? 54.7? I can't exactly remember. It was at the start of this video to go and check out. If you have enjoyed this video though, do give it a like and do subscribe to the channel. There's the graphic to remind you, and I do hope this video is of help, and let me know in the comments if it does help and you do like the improvements that are coming to these videos each and every time. There are 2 videos there to check out later on today. The other time trial challenge will be there, which is at Red Bull Ring and Group 3, so just keep an eye out for that, and do check out GT Amiga down below or use code Tidgney at checkout. That's going to be it for me now, folks. I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in another video or live stream again very soon.